Hey guys, what's up? So today, bringing you a video game review for the video game Galgun Double Piece. And I got my copy right here for the PS4. And this game is a lot of fun, man. If you're a fan of JRPGs, I strongly recommend this. If you're a fan of rail shooter type games, I strongly recommend this. So, Galgun Double Piece, I'm going to go over some of the ratings that I was given, the type of game that it is, who developed it, give you a little bit of a backstory on the game, and review this game for you guys. So, some of the ratings that this game was given on Steam, it was given a 9 out of 10, so almost a perfect score, but not quite. On GodzaGeek.com, I think it's what it's called, they gave it a 1 out of 5. Personally, I don't know what those people are smoking, but I think it's definitely better than a 1 out of 5. On Noisy Pixel, it was given a 7 out of 10, so not a bad rating. The game type that this game is, it's a rail shooter and a Bisojo video game. At least that's what it says on Google when I Googled this game to write notes down for this video. Don't know what that is, so if you guys want to let me know down in the comments below, that would be awesome. The developer is called Anti-Crates, and the release date, there's a couple different release dates because this was released on different times for different consoles. On the Switch, it was released March 17th, 2022, so fairly recently. Or I shouldn't say fairly recently, but not that long ago. August 6th, 2015 in Japan, July 22nd, 2016 in Europe, and on August 2nd, 2016 in North America. So, this game is a rail shooter with a difference, replacing the bullets with pheromone shots and enemies with giddy love obsessed schoolgirls. So, kind of some kinky shit if you ask me. Every love letter and kiss drains your energy. Repel them while upgrading your power-ups, and take part in lewd mini-games to find true love. So I was right about the kinky part. So some of the characters that are in this game, at least, I'm just going to go over the important characters, because there are a lot of side characters in this game. So the main character and the character that you play as throughout the game, his name is Hudai, and one of the characters calls him Honai for short, and that's Maya, who is Shinobu's younger sister, and Shinobu is her older sister, and they are the two characters within the game that you try and go after and fall in love with, and they are on the front cover here. So Maya, she's the one with the mask, and then Shinobu is the one right here with the double B's. Yes, I'm pointing that out because this is pretty much a hentai game, to be completely honest. So Korna, she's a demon. Ekiro, she's an angel. So we all know how angels and demons work. Korna, she spends most of her time in hell, and Ekiro spends most of her time up in heaven. But they did go to an academy one for angels, and then Kona went to one for demons. But Kona ends up coming back to the academy that Honai goes to make up some lessons that she missed or whatever. At least that's what it says in the story. Ekuro, I believe, is doing the same thing, if I remember correctly. And there's actually two other routes you can take. Or not two other routes, but there's a few other routes you can take. So the first two, there's the Shinobu route, which is the toughest route, at least in my opinion, that you can take, where you try to confess your feelings for Shinobu and try and make her fall in love with you. But if you want my opinion on her, she's very hard to crack, and she's very intense, and she carries an Uzi with her. So, yeah, she's not a girl to be messed with. And then there's her sister, Maya, who's a little more easygoing, shows a little more love and affection towards Hodai, and she actually loves him more than her older sister does. And they were both friends, or childhood friends, of Hodai. And you pretty much go through the entire game trying to figure out, depending on which path you take, trying to figure out how you can express your feelings to either of the characters, and you try and find your true love within 24 hours. And if you don't, then you'll be forever alone, as it says on the back of the case here. It says, every girl wants a piece of you. Find true love or be forever alone. And then there's pictures of all the different characters. There's Kona, there's Ekuro, there's Maya and Shinobu, and then these little things up here, these just kind of sit around the map, and they give you 500 extra bonus points. And for every girl that you end up shooting with a Phenom bullet, they pretty much fall to their knees, and every girl they pretty much fall to their knees, and you knock them out pretty much. And every girl on campus is just obsessed with you. I mean, they're just chasing you left and right. Multiple girls are chasing you at once. You go through... I don't really know how to explain this, but this is literally the whole premise of the game. There's one area you go through. So you go through the cafeteria. You go through the library. You go through girls' locker rooms. You go through the pool. You go to other buildings on campus. And there's also a campus store. I found that out much later. Actually found that out recently. And I also found out, because I did not know this at all until then, all the points you gather you can take those and you can go spend them at the school store and get and pretty much like upgrade your abilities and make yourself stronger and make yourself more attractive. That's how the game works. So depending on how attractive you make yourself, the better chances you have of finding true love. Now, you also have different character options, and this part I actually found really funny. You have the jock, the hentai fiend, the gentleman, the nerd, nothing special, I think was one of them, and a few others. And depending on which attribute you choose, you have stronger attributes that are, or you have attributes that are stronger than others, and some that are weaker than others. And at the school store, you can buy like lewd magazines and all types of weird shit, but it's so much fun. I've probably played this game what feels like maybe 100 times at this point. It's definitely a game that I just play over and over and over again. And the cool thing about this game is you can just play it over and over and over again. There's really no finishing the game. You can play each of the different routes as much as you want. And I have definitely restarted this game a few times, too many, but honestly, I can't complain. I don't regret it. And there's been nights where I'll play this until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'll check my phone and I'll check the time and I'll be like, shit, it's 1 o'clock, or shit, it's 2 a.m. I gotta go to bed. Because the game just pulls you in, and you end up getting hooked on it. And I ended up being one of those people. And the thing that's really cool about JRPGs in general is that if you've never played it, you either end up really liking it or you end up hating it. And so far, every JRPG that I've played so far, rather it's Galgun or Tales of Berseria or Genzo Rondo, like, I've ended up liking all of them. Persona 5 is really good too. That was a game that my friends that I hang out with almost every Saturday, they were begging me to play Persona 5, so I started playing it. It's pretty good, but to be completely honest, this takes up a lot of my time. Tales of Berseria for a little while took up a lot of my time. I actually need to get back into Tales of Berseria and start playing that again because I need to finish it. I also need to finish Crystar and finish a bunch of my games because I have a lot of unfinished games. And my friends like to, bust my balls for that too. They're like, you have so many unfinished games, just finish them. And I'm like, guys, I know, I'm well aware of it. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much the whole premise of this game. Some other areas you go through, so let's see, I mentioned the pool, I mentioned the lunchroom, second school building, you go through there, you go through the girls' locker rooms, where else do you go? You kind of just roam around campus, and when you first load up the game, you go to the main entrance of the campus, and there's like a water fountain and stuff, and then Patico is the first character you get introduced to. That's her right here. That's Patiko. So you get introduced to her, and she's actually a higher ranking angel. She's above Ekiro, but she actually lost her ability to be an angel, and so she got stuck on Earth and ended up staying at ended up going to the academy. And yeah. And then the girl that runs the school store is actually a friend of Hadai, so that was a nice little twist and turn when I was playing. So she runs that whole thing, and you can just buy, a whole bunch of stuff from there. And that's what you spend the points on. So I think that pretty much covers everything with this game. And all I really have to do is rate it. I think that's the last thing I have to do. So if I were to give this game a rating, we're going to be completely honest. It's a perfect 10. I'm going to give this game a perfect 10. It's that good. So, yeah. There's the front of it. There's the back one more time. And this game is rated M for sexual themes. That's literally all it says. It's rated M because of that. And just that alone. But then again, I'm not surprised, considering the things you do in this game and the ultimate goal at the end of this game and everything that you do. It doesn't really surprise me that this game is rated 17+. But yeah, really good game overall. And I think I'm going to play some when I get done with this video. So, that's all I got. Galgun Double Piece, 10 out of 10. Great game. Highly recommend it for any JRPG gamers, or if you're a fan of anime video games. I'll see you guys next time. Merry Christmas.